AITA for calling out my parents at a family event after years of them bragging about my accomplishments publicly while dismissing them privately. I, 28F, finally snapped at my parents at Thanksgiving dinner. For years they've posted about my achievements on social media, bragged to relatives about my career, made me sound like their perfect accomplished daughter. But in private they've spent those same years telling me I'm not successful enough, that my choices are disappointing, that I'm wasting my potential. Last week, when my mom started her public praise routine in front of everyone, I told the truth. Now the whole family is calling me cruel and ungrateful. But I'm tired of being their show pony. My mother stood up at Thanksgiving dinner with tears in her eyes and told everyone how proud she was of her daughter, the successful writer, while that same morning she told me in the kitchen that writing books was a hobby, not a real career, and when was I going to do something meaningful with my life? I'm 28 years old, and I just realized I've been living two different lives. The public version where my parents are proud of everything I do, and the private version where nothing I do is ever good enough. And last week I made the mistake of pointing that out in front of witnesses. Let me start from the beginning, so this makes sense. I'm a published author. 3 books. Bestseller lists. Good reviews. Not Stephen King famous, but doing well. Making 6 figures. Supporting myself comfortably. On paper, my parents should be proud. On social media, they are proud. My mom's Facebook is a shrine to my accomplishments. Photos of my books. Links to articles about me. Paragraphs about how blessed she is to have such a talented daughter. My dad's LinkedIn mentions me regularly. My daughter, the author. So proud of her success. She gets her work ethic from me. At family gatherings, they brag. To neighbors. To their church friends. To anyone who will listen. But behind closed doors, it's different. Very different. It started in high school. I was a good student. Not perfect, but solid. Honor roll. AP classes. Extracurriculars. Got into a decent state university with scholarships. At my high school graduation party, my parents gave speeches about how proud they were. How I was going to do great things. How they'd always believed in me. But 2 days earlier, in the car ride home from senior awards night, where I'd won recognition for English and creative writing, my dad had said, "Is English really the best you could do? No math or science awards." I got 3rd place in the district writing competition. 3rd place is just first loser. Dad, that's not how that works. I'm just saying. If you'd focused on something more practical, you might have placed first. Mom agreed. Writing is a nice hobby, honey, but you need to think about a real career. Something stable. I'm thinking about majoring in English. Maybe journalism. Journalism is dying. You need something with better prospects. What about teaching? I could be an English teacher. Teachers don't make any money. You're too smart to waste your potential on teaching. So what should I major in? Something practical. Business. Nursing. Maybe law school eventually. But I want to write. Everyone wants to write. Very few people actually make money doing it. You need a backup plan. I went to college planning to major in English anyway. Freshman year, I got an essay published in a literary magazine. Small achievement, but I was proud. I called home excited. "That's nice, honey," my mom said. "Are you keeping your grades up?" "Yes." "I got an A on my biology midterm." "Good. You'll need strong science grades for a practical major." "I'm still planning to major in English." Silence. "Then, we'll discuss that when you come home for break." I posted about the publication on Facebook. Tagged my parents. Within an hour, my mom had shared it with a long caption about how talented I was. How she'd always known I had a gift. How proud she was. My aunt commented, "She gets it from you. You were always such a good writer." My mom replied, "Thank you." We always encouraged her creativity. We never discussed my writing at home unless it was to dismiss it. Sophomore year, I won a university writing competition. Prize money. My story published in the school literary journal. Recognition at an award ceremony. I invited my parents to the ceremony. They came. Sat in the audience. Clapped politely when my name was called. In the car afterward, my mom said, "That was a nice event. The other winners seemed very accomplished. I won 1st place in my category." Yes, we saw. The second place winner story was published in an actual magazine, though. A real one. Mine will be in the University Journal. University publications aren't the same as real publications, honey. When you get published somewhere that matters, we'll really celebrate. What about the prize money? $800 is nice. But it's not exactly a career. My dad added, "You know who else won an award tonight? That engineering student. She's already got job offers lined up." That's the kind of success that matters. I stayed quiet the rest of the ride. The next day, my mom posted photos from the ceremony on Facebook. Long caption about how proud she was. How her daughter was going places. How blessed she felt. 34 likes. 16 comments telling her how lucky she was to have such a talented daughter. She replied to every single one, thanking them for their support. She never mentioned the award to me again in private. Junior year, I got an internship at a small publishing house. Competitive position. Hundreds of applications. I was one of 3 selected. I was ecstatic. I called home to tell them, "That's wonderful, honey. Is it paid?" "No, it's for credit. But the experience is invaluable. So you're working for free." "It's an internship. That's how they work." My dad's voice in the background. "Tell her she needs to find something that pays. We didn't send her to college to work for free. It's 1 semester. And it'll look amazing on my resume." You know what looks amazing on resumes? Engineering internships. Those pay $30 an hour. I'm not an engineer. You could have been if you'd chosen a practical major. I hung up feeling deflated. 2 hours later, my mom posted on Facebook, "So proud of my daughter landing a competitive internship at a publishing house. She's going to do amazing things. #ProudMom, #publishinglife. Her friends commented how impressive it was. How she must be so proud. She was. Online. Senior year, I applied to MFA programs. Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. Top programs. Very competitive. I got accepted to 3 schools, including one that offered full funding. This was huge. MFA acceptances are harder to get than many law school admissions. I called home immediately. "An MFA?" My mom said, "What will you do with that?" "Teach at the college level." "Right. Get published." So more school, more debt. One program is fully funded. They're paying me to attend. But you'll still be in school for 2 more years instead of working. Building my career. Making connections. Working on a book. A book. Silence. Do you really think you can make a living writing books? Some people do. Most don't. This seems like a risk. It's fully funded. There's no financial risk. There's opportunity cost. You could be working, building a real career, making money. This is a real career path. If you say so. The next day, Facebook. My brilliant daughter got accepted to 3 MFA programs. 1 with full funding. I couldn't be prouder. She's going to be a famous author someday. #ProudMom, #MFA, #futureauthor. 83 likes. My grandmother commented, "Always knew she was special." My mom replied, "She definitely is. We've always encouraged her dreams." I attended the funded MFA program. Best 2 years of my life. Wrote half of a novel. Made incredible connections. Learned from published authors. Got an agent my 2nd year. Started querying my completed novel. Sold my book 4 months before graduation. Decent advance. Traditional publishing deal with a respected press. I called home crying happy tears. "That's exciting, honey." "How much was the advance?" I told her. Solid 5-figure number for a debut. "Oh, that's less than I thought." "It's actually very good for a first novel." "Will there be more money later?" "If the book sells well, yes. And if it doesn't, then I'll write another one." That's how careers work. Seems unstable. It is what it is, Mom. I'm happy. We're happy for you too. Just worried about your future. That night, Facebook. My daughter sold her first book. She's going to be a published author. I'm so incredibly proud. Always knew she'd make her dreams come true. #published author, #proudmom, #dreams come true. 142 likes. Her church friends commented asking where they could pre-order. She sent them all links. Never asked me for links to share privately. My book came out 2 years ago. Did well. Made bestseller lists for my genre. Good reviews. Modest success by industry standards. Excellent success for a debut. I sent my parents an advance copy months before publication. My mom texted, "Got the book. The cover is nice." That's it. That was her response. I called. "What did you think?" "Of what?" "The book." "Did you read it?" "Oh, honey, I started it, but it's not really my kind of thing. You know, I prefer mysteries. It's contemporary fiction. Character-driven. I thought you'd appreciate it. It's a little slow for my taste, but I'm sure other people will love it." Dad got on the phone. "Congratulations on the book. Your mother's been telling everyone about it. Did you read it?" "I skimmed it. Not really my genre either. But the fact that you got published is impressive." The fact that I got published. Not the book itself. Not the story. Just the achievement as a bullet point. Publication day, my mom posted. "Today is the day. My talented daughter's first book is now available everywhere. Go buy it. Support new authors." I couldn't be more proud of everything she's accomplished. Link in comments. Hashtag book launch, hashtag proud mom, hashtag support indie authors. 206 likes. Friends and family ordered copies. My parents never mentioned the book to me again except to ask if I was working on the next one. As if this one didn't count now that it was done. Book 2 came out last year. Also did well. Better than book 1 actually. More reviews. Higher on the lists. Building momentum. My parents came to my launch event. Sat in the back. Didn't ask questions during the Q&A. Afterward, my mom hugged me. "Great job, honey. What did you think of the reading?" "It was nice. Went a little long, though. People seemed to like it." "Did you like it?" Pause. "Of course. You're very talented. But, no but. I'm proud of you." It didn't feel like she was proud. It felt like she was performing pride. That night, Facebook. My daughter's second book launch was amazing. So proud of her success. 2 books published before age 28. She's unstoppable. Hashtag author life, hashtag proud mom, hashtag book launch. She posted photos of me reading. The crowd. The bookstore display. Made it look like she'd been front and center cheering me on. In reality, she checked her phone through most of the reading. Book 3 came out 6 months ago. My best yet. Critical acclaim. Major bestseller lists. Foreign rights sold. Movie option interest. This was the breakthrough book. The one that elevated my career to the next level. I called my parents excited. The movie option people want to meet. This could be huge. My mom. "A movie? Really?" Most book-to-movie adaptations fail. Don't get your hopes up. But the interest alone is incredible. It means the book is resonating. I suppose. Are you making good money from this one? Better than the previous books, yes. Good. Maybe now you can think about buying a house instead of renting. I like renting. It's flexible. You're 28. You should be building equity. Making smart financial decisions. I'm making plenty of money. I'm financially stable. For now. But writing careers are unpredictable. You should have something more reliable. This is my 3rd book. All successful. I think I've proven this is reliable. 3 books isn't a career. Call me when you've been doing this for 10 years and are still making money. I hung up frustrated. Facebook post that afternoon. And my daughter's 3rd book is on the bestseller lists. Not just any lists, the big ones. She's made it. Movie people are interested. I'm beyond proud. She's accomplished more by 28 than most people do in a lifetime. Hashtag bestseller, hashtag proud mom, hashtag Hollywood. 318 likes. Friends commenting how amazing it was. How lucky my mom was to have such a successful daughter. How my parents must have done something right raising me. My mom responding, "We always believed in her. We always told her she could do anything. We're just so blessed." It all came to a head at Thanksgiving last week. Extended family gathered at my parents' house. Aunts, uncles, cousins, the works. My career came up because it always does. People had seen my mom's Facebook posts, had questions about the movie option, the bestseller lists, the success. Before I could answer, my mom jumped in. She's doing so well. 3 published books, bestseller lists, movie people calling. We're just so incredibly proud. My aunt, you must be thrilled. Not many parents can say their daughter is a published author. My mom started tearing up. I am thrilled. From the time she was little, I knew she had something special. We always encouraged her writing, always told her to follow her dreams. And look where she is now. Something in me snapped. Actually, I said, my voice calm. You've spent my entire adult life telling me writing wasn't a real career, that I should do something practical, that my accomplishments weren't impressive enough. The table went silent. My mom's face froze. Honey, what are you talking about? When I won the university writing competition, you told me it didn't count because it wasn't a real publication. When I got my MFA, you said it was a waste of time. When I sold my first book, you asked if the advance was enough, like it wasn't legitimate. When my second book launched, you checked your phone through my reading. When my third book hit bestseller lists, you told me to call you, and I'd been doing this for 10 years because 3 books wasn't a career. That's not, my mom stammered. I didn't mean, but you did mean it. You've meant it every single time. You've dismissed every achievement in private while posting about how proud you are in public. My dad jumped in. We are proud of you. You're taking this the wrong way. Am I? Because you've told me repeatedly that I should have chosen a practical major, that journalism is dying, that teaching doesn't pay enough, that writing is too unstable, that I'm wasting my potential. We were being realistic. You were being unsupportive. And then you'd turn around and post on Facebook about how blessed you are to have such a talented daughter, how you always believed in me, how you encouraged my dreams. Because we do believe in you. We are proud. You're proud of the image. You're proud of having something to brag about. But you're not actually proud of me. Because if you were, you wouldn't spend every private conversation minimizing my success. My aunt tried to intervene. I'm sure your parents didn't mean it that way. I pulled out my phone, pulled up my mom's Facebook, started reading posts aloud. Quote, my brilliant daughter got accepted to 3 MFA programs. Reality, in private you told me grad school was a waste. Quote, my daughter sold her first book. Reality, you asked if the advance was enough and said the career seemed unstable. Quote, she's accomplished more by 28 than most people do in a lifetime. Reality, you told me to call you when I'd proven this career was sustainable. My mom was crying now. You're embarrassing me. In front of the whole family. I'm telling the truth. You've spent years performing pride for your friends while making me feel like I'm never good enough. You're proud of how my success makes you look. Not proud of me. That's not fair. What's not fair is you building a public image as the supportive mother while privately telling me I'm disappointing you. My dad stood up. That's enough. You're being disrespectful. I'm being honest. For the first time in front of witnesses. Sorry if that's uncomfortable. I left, drove back to my apartment, turned off my phone. The fallout has been intense. My phone has been blowing up for a week. I finally turned it back on yesterday. My mom, how could you humiliate me like that? In front of everyone. After everything we've done for you. My dad, you owe your mother an apology. What you said was cruel and uncalled for. My aunt, your mom is devastated. She's been crying for days. You really hurt her. My cousin, I can't believe you aired family business like that. So inappropriate. My grandmother, your mother has always been proud of you. You're being ungrateful. Only my younger brother texted. Holy shit. I never realized they did that to you. That was intense, but also kind of needed to be said. I talked to my therapist about it. Do you regret what you said? No. Maybe the timing and location weren't ideal, but the message needed to be said. How do you feel? Lighter. Like I've been carrying this weight for years, and I finally put it down. Your parents have been engaging in what's called performative pride. They take pride in your accomplishments because it reflects well on them. But they don't actually value the accomplishments themselves. They value what those accomplishments say about them as parents. That's exactly what it feels like. And when you called that out publicly, you disrupted the narrative they'd built. You exposed the gap between their public image and their private behavior. That's why they're so upset. Not because you hurt them, but because you revealed them. So what do I do now? That's up to you. You can apologize for the public setting, but maintain your truth. Or you can hold firm and let them sit with the discomfort. Either way, you don't owe them a false narrative. My mom sent a long email yesterday. Started with how hurt she is. How she can't believe I'd say those things. How she's always been proud of me. Then she tried to reframe every example I'd given. When I questioned your MFA, I was just worried about your financial future. When I asked about your advance, I was just trying to understand the industry. When I checked my phone at your reading, I was texting people photos. When I said 3 books wasn't a career, I was just encouraging you to think long-term. Every criticism reframed as concern. Every dismissal reframed as realism. She ended with, "I'm sorry if I made you feel unsupported. That was never my intention. I've always been proud of you. I just show love differently. I hope you can forgive me." Classic non-apology. Sorry if you felt that way. Never acknowledging what she actually did. I haven't responded yet. My brother called last night. You know they're never going to admit it, right? I know. Mom's been deleting Facebook posts. The really over-the-top ones. She's rewriting the narrative already. Of course she is. For what it's worth, I believe you. I've watched them do this to you for years. The public praise followed by private criticism. It's fucked up. Thanks. Are you going to go to Christmas? I don't know. Probably not. They're telling everyone you had a breakdown. That the stress of your career is getting to you. That you lashed out because of pressure. Let them tell whatever story they need. I'm done performing for their image. So, AITA for calling out my parents at a family event after years of them bragging about my accomplishments publicly while dismissing them privately? According to them, yes. I humiliated them, embarrassed them, said cruel things in front of family. According to extended family, yes. I aired private business publicly. Made my mother cry. Was disrespectful and ungrateful. According to people who think you should protect your parents' image, yes. But according to me? No. For 10 years I've watched them build a public narrative where they're supportive, proud parents. While privately they've told me I'm not successful enough. Not practical enough. Not accomplished enough. They're proud of the story. Not proud of me. They love what my success says about their parenting. Not the actual work I do. They want credit for who I've become, while simultaneously telling me who I am isn't good enough. And I'm done pretending that's normal. I'm done smiling through the Facebook posts that contradict our private conversations. I'm done being their show pony. Their bragging rights. Their evidence of good parenting. I'm done performing the role of grateful daughter, while they perform the role of proud parents. They wanted me to keep the performance going. To protect their image. To let them have their public pride while keeping their private criticism secret. But I'm a writer, and I know the power of truth. So I told it. In front of everyone. And if that makes me the asshole, then I'll live with that. Because I'd rather be honest and alone than celebrated and invisible.